we're talking about my new book, The Happy Hustle, version 2.0, which is radically revised and entirely enhanced. And I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to flip it open to a random place 5 different times. And I'm going to read to you an excerpt with a little bit of context around that specific lesson. We're going to be diving into this episode of the Happy Hustle Podcast. Do you want blissful balance in your personal and professional life? Great. What's up, guys? My name is Cary Jack, and I want to help you happy hustle a life you love, one full of passion, purpose, and positive impact. I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur, a professional model / actor, a digital marketing specialist, a podcast host, author, a biohacker, an eco-warrior, a martial artist, a hippie cowboy, and a humanitarian. My goal is to educate, inspire, and entertain you to live a life of passion, purpose, and positive impact. It is time to happy hustle your dream reality. The Happy Hustle version 2.0 is out and about, my friends. This book is here. I'm so stoked to share it. I mean, this whole thing is radically revised and entirely enhanced, and it is 10 alignments to help you avoid burnout and achieve blissful balance, aka systematically helping you harmonize ambition and well-being. That's the definition of happy hustling, and that's what I'm here to help you do. What's up, y'all? My name is Cary Jack, and I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur and author and founder of The Happy Hustle, and I'm going to do something fun today. I want to prove to you that this book is packed with value, so I'm going to legit flip it open to 5 different random spots, and I'm going to share with you what's on that page and a little excerpt behind it. And again, my goal is to deliver massive value with this book, and I want to prove to you that it's chock full of it. So let me do that. Starting, drumroll please, with the first pick, and that is Selfless Service. Okay? Selfless Service, the secret to living is giving, Tony Robbins. Now, this whole chapter is based on this principle that you will increase your fulfillment and your happiness if you just give to others. So in this specific alignment 1, selfless service, is the S in the soul mapping framework. Your soul's mapped to the blissfully balanced promised land. I actually share a story with you in the book of how my brother, my sister, my wife, my mom, we were all volunteering for this nonprofit down in Guatemala. And in Guatemala, they live on less than $1 a day. And unfortunately, this, nonprofit chair, who was essentially the president of the nonprofit, she was extorting the donations and using it to buy up land in this lakeside town in rural Guatemala, thus basically stealing from the impoverished children. And the whole goal of this nonprofit was to fight chronic malnutrition. And here she was stealing from the kids who were starving. So I talk about selfless service and how this completely, reshaped my frame of like the corruption, but then what my brother, my sister, my wife, my mom, and all of us did to help them recover the funds and ultimately help this nonprofit thrive. So I share that story, and that's kind of one of the flows of the book. Is I share a story, then I get into lessons, then I get into actionable takeaways, and then we share a spotlight from someone who exemplifies this specific alignment. So that's the first of 5 random picks in the book. Okay. Number 2. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, here you go. Here's a pick. I do litter this book with picks. And so this is funny. I say the comment that started it all. And essentially, this is when my wife commented on one of my Instagram pictures. Back then, she wasn't my wife, obviously. And she wrote, "Okay, GQ, I see you over there." And that was when I was in Thailand modeling and acting. And she wrote on my thing this comment, and I just went into full creeper mode, and I was like, well, I'm going to hit her up when I get back in town. And so I basically asked her if she wanted to go paddleboard fishing and then take beach cruisers to Taco Tuesday night, which I thought was a pretty great date. Okay. But unfortunately, she no call, no showed me. And I get into, this whole story of how I actually, I told her, hey, I deserve to be respected. I need to be, told with notice if you're going to bail on me, which basically kind of won her over, how I demanded respect because she was being put on a pedestal as a beautiful woman, often does. So I won her over with this rebuttal, and then we ended up falling in love. And that's on this book. And I get into some of the ways that, I share actually some of the things that destroy love in the book that I've found. One is lack of trust. Two is disrespect towards one another. Three is criticism or judgment. And then four is defensiveness and the need to be right. So I talk about how you can avoid these four things if you want to have loving relationships. And that is the alignment in which this story falls under. So that is the second random thing that I flipped open in the book. There you go. All right, the third, here we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Apologies for interrupting your programming, but I have to tell you, the best investment you can make in yourself is one in which helps you acquire skills. You've probably heard people talk about, oh, just invest in yourself and you'll be successful. Yes, that's true to a degree, but you have to invest in skills that will ultimately help you achieve your desired results. And I think one of the best skills one can possess, be it an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, is the sales sword. Really knowing how to sell, utilizing pressure free persuasion, which will make you more money and more impact. Now, if you want to know how to sell more efficiently and effectively, I just launched a sales course called The Proven Roadmap Process to Selling Millions of Dollars and helping you to increase your conversions guaranteed. And you can get access to this new sales course that the Happy Hustle is launching at thehappyhustle.com/sales. And if you act fast, you'll get it at the lowest price it'll ever be available, because we are launching it and we want to gain amazing testimonials and social proof to further share this knowledge. So if you act fast, you can get it at the lowest price it'll ever be. That's at thehappyhustle.com/sales. Now let's get back to this episode. Okay. All right. Mindful spirituality. Mindful spirituality. So I say spirituality is the journey of seeking truth and wisdom through self-awareness, mindfulness, and inner exploration. And that's Wayne Dyer. And so in this alignment, I talk about how I used to train with a traditional Taoist priest and Kung Fu master, Master Wudong Chen. And he was actually a mentor of my mom, and he took me under his wing as his nephew at an early age. And we would train kung fu, tai chi, qigong, etc. And I went through this whole Taoism process on how to essentially harmonize myself with nature. And really, I credit a lot of my mindset and methodologies to this Eastern Taoist way of life. Although I'm, a spiritual seeker, I believe in a higher power and God, very much so. My mom was actually Jewish and my dad was actually Catholic. So I've studied those two religions plus Taoism, now Christianity. Studies maybe a strong word. I've explored all of them, all of those specific ones. But anyway, the point is having faith in something bigger than yourself is really what it's all about. Knowing that we are just one piece in this puzzle of life. And one of the quotes that I put in the book here is observe nature, observe yourself, teach yourself. And we are spiritual beings having a human experience right now. That is what we're doing. We're all part of this ecosystem, but we're really just meat suits, these flesh and bones. But at our core, we are spirits and beings. And that's what I believe. So I talk about that. And then I talk about how you need to have faith in a higher power and a strong moral compass. So the book is full of like pull quotes and stuff like that really make it, I think, fun and engaging. All right. So that's the third random thing that we are getting into. All right. Here comes another. Okay. Let's talk about it. We got happy hustling, the fun stuff, passionate hobbies. All right. So I get into, how passionate hobbies is one of the 10 alignments of being a happy hustler, and one of which that actually goes most unutilized. Unfortunately, I see a lot of high performers. They don't have fun in their everyday reality. They're giving to their family, their friends, their clients, etc. But they're not giving to themselves. And you got to fill your cup. So actually in this, I talk about the 4 factors of fun, which are what I ask myself before I take on an activity. 1, the question is, does it bring me joy? 2, will smiling and laughter ensue? 3, do others involved raise my vibration? And then 4, will I grow? So these are the 4 factors of fun. I think it's really important to ask yourself these so you don't get roped into activities that aren't really for you. Another thing that I talk about is this new potential hobby Venn diagram when you're going to find something that you want to do. So I have this Venn diagram, these 3 circles, and in each circle, one says something you think you would enjoy, and then the other circle says a potential beneficial life skill, and then the third circle says something you are curious about. So that makes up a passionate hobby, and I get into why fun is fundamental. So there you go. That is another little excerpt. All right, number 5, we're going to bring it home. I don't know where I'm going to end up. All right, bringing it all together. Wouldn't you know? That's a fitting topic to explore. I say I'd rather happy hustle 24/7 than slave 9 to 5. Yours truly. And that is a quote by me. And I get into why I believe that. And then I actually talk about, how you need to take action as a happy hustler. You can read about it, you can listen to it, but you actually need to take freaking action. And I give this quote that my man Rory Vadian talks about in his book, Take the Stairs, which was a New York Times bestseller. And I want to read it to you because this is a very powerful quote. He says, "It is not my right to tell you what you should do. I believe most of us already know what we should do. The problem is we don't do it. For most of us, it's not as much a matter of skill as it is a matter of will. Success means doing things you don't want to do. Action is the inevitable prerequisite for our success." Damn, what an amazing quote by my main man, Rory. I got to say, and I put a picture of Rory and I in here. But yeah, that is such a great quote, and I love that. And like that is the premise of this last chapter, is like bringing it all together. I kind of get into the 10 alignments. I talk about happy hustle hacks for each, and then I have a bunch of like calls to action that can actually help you implement all the stuff that you learn in the happy hustle. So that is a fun little excerpt. I wanted to do it based on the book. I'm really excited about the book. It's launching very, very soon. If it's not already out yet, depending on when you're listening to this, you can check out thehappyhustle.com/book. Pick up a copy. We have over $350 worth of bonuses. If you actually get the book, you can get the hookup on all these bonuses. I just appreciate the heck out of you if you do. And I would appreciate if you share it with a friend, maybe get a copy or 2 for them too. That is how we spread this message with more and more people, and ultimately help others systematically harmonize ambition and well-being. So that is it for today on this specific episode. I want to share with you 5 excerpts from my new book, The Happy Hustle version 2.0. I'm so grateful for you. Now get out there and take freaking action and keep on happy hustling. I like that you love full that passion, that purpose, and that positive impact. I'm out, y'all. Peace and love.